Bonjour, and welcome back to the show. Oh, the shot. Welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, a podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO. And over here we got Natasha, BOOZHOO, and on the guitar, Michael Lyons, BOOZHOO. And today we're going to sing a song. It's about breaking up. You ever have to break up with somebody? There's two types of breakups. Ones you want to do and ones you don't want to do. You know, with some breakups, they're really hard. You don't want to hurt their feelings. You know the relationship's over. And, you know it was important and you want to let them down easy. You know, you don't want to hurt their feelings. You want to stay friends. But then there are those breakups where you can't wait to do it. Where you just want to end it. We're done. It's over. I told you. We're through. But this song, what do you think, Michael? Is this song about wanting to break up with somebody or not? I think it's a song about, really having decided. I guess it is about wanting to break up, but it's still sad. Yeah. All right. Tomorrow I'll say we can still be friends, but I'm never coming back here again. This is Never Coming Back Here Again by Michael Lyons.
I'm never coming back here again. This is it now, this is the end. Tomorrow I'll say we can still be friends, but I'm never coming back here again. I was caught for 3 long years, lost in the thoughts of a young man's fears. I cannot swim in a sea of tears. I found you out and then I disappeared. Now I'm never coming back here again. I'm never coming back here again. This is it now, this is the end. I'm never coming back here again. And so it comes down to this. One sad parting farewell kiss. Goodbyes in this morning's mist. What's mine is yours, but what's yours is his. So I'm never coming back here again. I'm never coming back here again. This is it now, this is the end. I'm never coming back here again. Oh, oh, oh. I'm never coming back here again. This is it now, this is the end. Tomorrow I'll say we can still be friends, but I'm never coming back here again. I'm never coming back here again.
Okay. BOOZHOO, and welcome to the show. That's a cool song, huh? Yeah, it's sad. I'm never coming back here again. This is it now, this is the end. Tomorrow I'll say we can still be friends, but I'm never coming back here again. Do you think if we broke up, we'd still be friends? No. Why not? Because you'd be dead. Because I'd be dead? Yep. There's only one way out of this relationship, baby. That's in a box. Yikes. I would like to think you could be more mature than that. Nope. I'm not mature at all. You see what I got to deal with here? Nah. How you guys doing? John Redcorn's here, sweetie. Well, BOOZHOO, John. Let's get him a gold star. Gold star for John. BOOZHOO, Niji. And MJ's here. Says BOOZHOO, John, and everyone. Gakina Awiyan. Awiya. Gakina Awiya, everybody. BOOZHOO, MJ. Hey, MJ. Silver star for MJ. Silver star for MJ. Oh, wow. Here comes Surrealist with a thumbs up. Mino, Giga, Jabe, NANABOOZHOO, Natasha, and Mika Wadazi, Rockstar Cartoonist. I think you're being a little generous with calling him beautiful. Hey! Hi, Surrealist. BOOZHOO, good morning. Surrealist is here, sweetie. Hey, Surrealist, what's going on, my girl? And Dr. Evils is here. BOOZHOO, Dr. Evils. BOOZHOO, Dr. Evils. Hey, did I get a bronze star for Surrealist? Yeah, put a bronze star there for Surrealist. And a participation trophy for Dr. Evils. No. And Sequoia Hummingbird's here. Mino, Giga, Jabe, Gakina, Awiya. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Sequoia. We're here together again on this Monday morning. Monday. La 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 dee dee dum. Hoka hey hoka hey. Sweetie, did you know that in Ojibwe language, Ojibwe Moan, we call Mondays after prayer day? I did know that. You're so smart. Get out of here. Ishkwa anima e gija good. Ishkwa anima e gija after prayer day. Monday. And you know what I was thinking about talking about today, sweetie? What were you thinking about talking about? I was thinking about talking about a very old, traditional story. A story that many of our viewers may already be aware of. This is the story of a little girl, who killed witches. Oh, you're going to tell the witches story? Yeah. Also known as the Wizard of Oz. Yesterday, it occurred to us that we were talking about Cowardly Lion. Yeah. And the Cowardly Lion wasn't really cowardly. He was just nervous all the time. I mean, it was whatever. They shouldn't have called him cowardly. There was a lot of real threats in the woods. And just because he was cautious and jumpy and, ready to fight, didn't make him a coward at all. But Cowardly Mishabiji, he, actually, I think those are the Ojibwe words, aren't they, sweetie? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Mishabiji is a lion. We were calling him the Zengandum, the nervous lion. But that comes from Zagi, is to scare. Ooh, boo. Boo. Scare Ziggy. But I was going to go through and talk about there was a scarecrow, a Ziggy, Undeg. But that's a weird... Scarecrows aren't crows. Right. There was a whatever. But Mitsubishi was the lion. And there's also a tin man. I didn't know the Ojibwe word for tin, but biwabik means metal. Biwabik. Is that a town? I believe it is. Biwabik. And Inani is our word for man, so we might call it a tin man biwabik Inani, or biwabik winini. Sometimes you gotta say winini. But then Ikwezens is girl. And she had a little dog, a little anamosh, named Toto. Da, 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 down in Africa, there's no more could ever do. So, I was thinking about telling a story of Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. Oh, but it occurred to us that, you know, they call the movie The Wizard of Oz. But the movie's not really about a Wizard of Oz. I mean, it was the bad guy, I guess. Sort of. Was the witch the bad guy? I would actually... I think I could make a case that Dorothy was the bad guy. The movie should be called The Girl Who Killed Witches. So, sweetie, would you do me a favor? Sure. Would you teleport me out to the place? You got it. I'm going to go to some other place to discuss this very important issue in American literature. Okay. Let me scan for your coordinates. All right. And that's 1 to teleport. Make it so, number 1. All right, hang on. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Emerald City. I could be another Lincoln with the thoughts that I'd be thinking. If I only had a brain, a heart, the noive. But today, children, gather round. Sit Indian style in a circle around me. I would like to tell the story of the Wizard of Oz. Or how Dorothy killed so many witches. Back in the days of the grandfathers, there was a little girl named Dorothy, and she lived in a crazy black and white town in Texas. Not Texas, Kansas. Texas. And she lived with her Auntie M and some farm hands. And I guess an uncle? I'm not sure who he was. But anyways, one day, what happens? Big old tornado. Actually, before the tornado comes, a lady comes to the door, riding up on her bike. And she's just a nasty old lady. She knocks on that door. Oh, excuse me, let me in. I got something to say. Auntie M comes to the door, and Dorothy and her little puppy are behind her there, and the nasty old lady goes, "Listen, I got a piece of paper from the government. It says, I'm here to collect your dog. Your dog was barking at me or nipped at my ankles or something. And he was a menace to society. So I'm here to pick him up. I'm going to put him in this little wicker basket. I'm going to take him into the pound, and they're going to put a bullet in his head. How do you like that?" And Auntie M goes, "Well, you do have a piece of paper, and it does have a signature. So, Dorothy, would you please give this lady Toto, your beloved dog?" And little Dorothy was like, "No, please, please. I promise I'll do anything. He'll never hurt you again. Please don't take my dog." And, well, Auntie M, being a terrible auntie, and she didn't even care about Dorothy, says, "No, give her the dog. Your dog's dead. Or will soon be." And off they went. Riding down the road. Well, little Toto, he jumps right out. Runs right back to Dorothy. Right into her arms, and Dorothy says, "Oh, I'll never let them take you. That old lady, she's a wicked witch. let's get out of here. But just then, big old tornado comes, racing across the prairie. And the Auntie Em, she goes, "Hey, fellas, come on. We're going to go save ourselves in the root cellar. Come on, everybody. Let's get down here to where it's safe." And the farmhands are like, "Well, what about Dorothy, your little niece? She's still out there. Shouldn't we go get her before the, tornado gets her?" And, Auntie Em is like, "Nah, she'll be fine. Let's go." So they save themselves. Dorothy and Toto come back to the house, and by then the tornado is just about upon them. And she runs into her room, and the tornado hits the house, pulls it up from the foundations, and throws it into the air. Meanwhile, the other people, the adults, are fine. They're in the cellar. But Dorothy is flying through the air, spinning around. Pretty soon, she looks out the window and she sees that old lady on the bike. Still pedaling, even though she's caught up in the tornado herself. And then she transforms into a witch. And flies off. And she's like, "Oh, I had no idea. I just didn't like that lady because she was going to kill my dog, but she was an actual witch." Well, the house falls, crashes to the ground. Dorothy, she's all, shaken up, but she's okay. She didn't die. She opens the door to leave the house, and Toto, and she looks down there, and what happened? There's a pair of feet. And a bunch of little midgets came out. And now she's living in Technicolor. She's like, "Oh, wow, look at this. It's no longer black and white. Look, Toto, we have color." And all these midgets come out, and they're like, "You killed her." She goes, "Well, I didn't mean to. I didn't kill her. I mean, the storm killed her. I was just riding in a house." She goes, "No, you killed her, Dorothy. You're a witch killer. All hail Dorothy. La 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 do 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 do. Hoka 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 hey. That old witch is dead. The witch is old witch, the wicked witch." And she's like, "Well, gee, I didn't mean to, but Well, just then another witch comes down, and she's like, "What have you done? I'm the wicked witch. You killed my sister." And everyone's just laughing. "Ah, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, so what?" And she goes to take her shoes off, but it shocks her or something. And just then, those shoes, they appear right on Dorothy's feet. And the old witch under the house, her feet roll up in a really weird way. I don't know why they did that. But then, sure enough, now she's got an enemy, the living witch. "I'll get you, Dorothy, and your little dog Toto too." And Dorothy's like, "How'd you know his name?" But so she flies off or something. And the Munchkins tell her, "Look, you got to go to the Wizard of Oz. Go to the Emerald City. The Wizard of Oz can give you a ride home in his balloon." Or something. And she goes, "Oh, I so want to go home. I'm going to keep the shoes, though. I'm not going to kick these off. I got the little ruby slippers. I don't know what happened to my tennis shoes, but now I'm wearing these ruby slippers. That's real comfortable. I think I'll take a long walk to the Emerald City in ruby slippers. Thank you for nothing." So she starts walking. "We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz." Doesn't get down the road too far, and pretty soon what happens? She sees a scarecrow. Ziggy Undeg. And Ziggy Undeg says, "Hey, what's up?" And she goes, "Did you just say what's up?" He goes, "Yeah, I can talk." And she goes, "Which way is the Emerald City?" He goes, "You mean the Emerald City? Yeah, it's right over there." She goes, "Will you help me find the Emerald City?" He goes, "Yeah, sure. Take me off this crucifix, will you?" I've been up here. They tried to crucify me on the edge of this cornfield. And if you'll let me down, I'll walk with you into the Emerald City. We can go find the Wizard of Oz. I've been wanting to get a brain, and I'm thinking if I go to a wizard, seems reasonable. And Dorothy's like, yeah, you don't have a brain if you think that's a plan. But yeah, come on with me. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. And I keep walking. Pretty soon they see a Tin Man. Biwabik Inini. And this little Ikwezents, this little girl, Dorothy. And her Anamosh Toto. I go, oh, wow, look, gay Tin Man. They're like, yo, gay Tin Man, you want to come with us? And he's all, oh, I just want a heart. I was out here in my blue eyeshadow chopping down these trees. Oh, no, actually, he was frozen. That's right. Not frozen, but he needed oil. I had to give him some oil first. And he goes, oh, now I can move around. I could be another Lincoln if I only had a heart. Or something. And they're like, yeah, come with us. We're going to go get a brain for a Scarecrow, and we can get you a heart. And I need to get a ride back to Kansas. Yeah, so they keep going. Pretty soon they're in the deep woods. It's getting dark. And I'm like, oh, gee. I sure hope nothing scary's out here. Well, sure enough. Mishike. No, Mishike is a turtle. What is he? He's a lion. Yeah, but what do we call that? He's a Zengenda Mishabiji. Zengenda Mishabiji. He's a cowardly lion. He's all like, if I were king of the forest. And pretty soon Dorothy smacks him and goes, hey, quit singing. And the lion was all, what'd you do that for? She goes, look, we're going to go find a brain and a heart, and we can get you some courage. Why don't you come with us? He goes, yeah, sure, let's. And the lion was like, oh, I'll tell you what. Yeah, we can go there on the way. I'm going to pick up some heroin. Going to pick up some. They all went to the poppy fields and took a nap, is what they expect us to believe. But so now this raggedy band of misfits, they finally get to the Emerald City. We're out of the woods, we're out of the something. And now they finally go meet the Wizard of Oz. And Dorothy, Toto, Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Lion all walk down this creepy Illuminati Scientology center to which is essentially a demon head. Let's call it what it is. There's this great big translucent demon head going, who dares come to the Emerald City and into my office? And there's flames everywhere. I am the demon Wizard of Oz. And Dorothy says, oh, please, great and powerful wizard, won't you please help us? I need a ride home. And Scarecrow here is looking for a brain. You can tell he's got some mental issues. He thinks he can just go buy a brain. But anyway, then we got the Tin Man. He needs a heart. He's got no emotions. What if this story made any sense? She would have met a Vulcan. She should have met Mr. Spock, because they have emotions, but they just can't express them. Anyway, and then she goes, and then my friend, the Cowardly Lion, can you help us? He goes, how dare you? He goes, okay, I will help you, but you got to do one thing first. You know that witch who's been throwing fireballs at you, and she rules an army of winged batwing monkeys, whatever. I want you to kill her for me. You bring her head to me. And Dorothy's like, I don't think I'm in Kansas anymore. No, sir. You must have me confused with a murderer. And Oz was like, no, I heard what you did with your house. You killed the other witch. What's one more death after what you've done today. At least bring me her hat and her broom. Then I'll know she's dead. She goes, okay. And then I'll do what you ask. So they all kind of go, all right, look, fellas, I think we have our work cut out for us. If we're going to get a ride home and a brain and a heart and some courage, we're going to have to go murder again. So off they go to the Queen's castle. And I don't know, they kill some soldiers and put on their clothes, and then they sneak up on the Queen. And they're like, hey, how about a little water to go with that fire, Queen? And I don't know what happens. But anyway, water is the one thing that can stop witches. They can never take a shower or a bath because it'll make them melt like salt or something. And so she gets splashed with water for the first time in her life, and she's like, I mean, it must rain in the Wizard of Oz land because they have trees, but this witch for the first time gets some water splashed on her and it makes her melt. Oh, I'm melting, what a world. And so they grab her hat and her broom. And immediately, all the soldiers turn on their queen. Oh, all hail Dorothy. You killed her. She's dead. Witch, old witch, the wicked witch. La la, the witch is dead. Da na 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 na. We're pretty casual about killing people in this story. And then it occurs to them for the first time that they didn't need to kill her at all. Dorothy was like, we could have just went to a store and bought a witch hat and a broom and said we killed her. So it's some needless death, huh? But so they go back to the Wizard of Oz and they're like, oh, great and mighty Oz. Here's a dead witch's hat and their burnt up broom. So take our word for it, she's dead. Now, will you help us? But just then, little Toto, he goes around the curtain. And the mighty and powerful demon goes, oh, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain, who's obviously just doing the old steampunk technology here. And sure enough, it's just a guy with special effects. He goes, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not really a demon. I can't grant you wishes. But we'll tell you what I can do. I've got a fake diploma here. Scarecrow, why don't you have this piece of paper? You can tell people it's your college degree. And right away, the Scarecrow realizes he was really smart and does some math. And he goes, and Lion, or Tin Man, you wanted to meet some guys. This is my cousin. He swings that way too. And the Lion was like, no, I wanted a heart. You wanted a fart? No, a heart. Oh, sorry, I'm an old man in my ears. So he goes, well, how about I give you this clock? It's shaped like a heart. Goes, yeah, that's good. He put it in his chest. Then the Lion goes, cowardly Lion, you're so fearful all the time. How about I give you... I can never remember what the Lion got. Somehow he gets courage. Finally he goes, Dorothy, I'm gonna give you a ride back to Kansas in my balloon. Where do you live? And she goes, well, actually I live back by those munchkins. My house is actually parked over another dead witch. Goes, well, I'll take you back to the farm anyway. And he gets in his balloon, but whoops, forgets to grab her and the dog, and he floats away. Oops, sorry, Dorothy. Sucks to be you. And off he goes. There he is now. Well, another witch comes down, not even afraid that Dorothy's going to kill her. She comes down in a big old bubble. And she's like, oh, you had the power to go home the whole time. You never needed to kill again. Just click your ruby slippers together and say, there's no place like home. And Dorothy's like, you're telling me this now? Where were you 90 minutes ago? But, so she clicks her heels together 3 times. There's no place like home. Poof, she wakes up. She's back in black and white world. And she goes, oh, it was just a dream. It was just a fevered dream brought on by so much opium. And you were there, Auntie M. And you, farmhand guy, kind of looks like the Scarecrow. And you, and my little dog Toto. And the moral of the story is... don't leave home. No, wait. Don't trust munchkins. And this is the story of Dorothy, the little girl who killed witches. To learn more about Dorothy's marvelous adventure, rent the movie. Anyway, I should go back. BOOZHOO! Hi, sweetie. You all done telling your story? Yep, I told the Wizard of Oz story. Okay, you want to come home? Would you mind picking me up? Sure, I'll pick you up. Hang on, scanning for your coordinates. I'm on the yellow brick road. Yep, I gotcha. When to teleport. Make it so, number 1. Hey, welcome back. Hi. How was it on the yellow brick road? Oh, it was beautiful. You know, enchanted. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Because of the wonderful things he does. Talk about a cult. Yeah, no kidding. We're off to see the Wizard of Oz because of the wonderful things he does. Oz. Ooh, that's a strained rhyme. Yeah, it is. Because of the wonderful things he does. Do. You want to take a call? Sure, I'll take a call. David Bowie's online too. No way, really? Yep. Oh, cool. Hello, David Bowie. Welcome back to the show. You're on the air. Hello, NanaBOOZHOO. How are you, sir? Oh, I'm doing really great. How are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm quite dead, as you know. Oh, right. I guess that's the ghost of David Bowie. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, it's quite all right. It's quite all right. I had a long, illustrious career, as you know. And I think it was just time for me to go, to become a spirit and go to the great beyond. The great beyond. What can you tell us about heaven? Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Well, I don't know. I've never been there. Well, it's paved with streets of gold. We have gates of pearl and mansions. You have mansions in heaven? Oh, that's quite right. I have my very own mansion and pearl gates and security. You have security? And why do you need security? Well, I don't want anyone coming in and stealing my possessions. You have possessions in heaven? Well, of course. When one dies, we go to heaven, and they give you $40,000 of store money. You can buy anything you want in the store in heaven. That sounds ridiculous. Well, I'm sorry you're disappointed, but that is the nature of heaven. Trust me. Are you really dead? Well, of course I'm dead. I don't know, sweetie. You want to show the video? Yeah. Okay, before you go anywhere, David Bowie. Well, I was wondering if I could learn some Ojibwe. Yeah, I'll teach you some Ojibwe. But first, can you say something about this video? Whatever do you mean? I just hope I can find it quickly. The day you died, the day after you died, there was a video. And I didn't know I was going to be talking to you today, or I would have pulled it up. Of a guy they called Jack Stevens. Oh, yeah, I remember that. And, I don't know if I'm going to find it now. The guy looks so much like you. No, but I did find this. What's that? The Phil Collins thing. That's funnier anyway. Let's watch that. Okay. Ever see this, David Bowie? What's that?
So you just take it and you don't consider that it belongs to someone else.
No. Your keys in my room, you asking for it. You don't leave your keys in someone's room when they've stolen cars before. Like, you asking for it.
So what do you think is going to happen when you happen to steal somebody's car that disagrees with that and decides that they're going to drop a hammer on you and prosecute you to the full extent of the
Then
law?
I do my time in jail. Jail ain't nothing. That's what I always do, and they never catch me. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
Because you're too streetwise?
Yup. And all these hoes laughing like something funny.
She's talking like the audience. That they're laughing at.
Did you say the hoes are laughing?
Yep.
I don't know if I.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes.
Yep. Catch me outside. How about that?
Huh?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside?
Oh dear me. Yeah. Anyway, I couldn't find the video, but the day after you died, a guy named Jack Stevens, they said named Jack Stevens, came out, sounded exactly like you to my ear. And believe me, I've listened to David Bowie's voice a lot. Yeah, no kidding. This guy who looks like you in a mask, or in a little bit of plastic, whatever. I don't know. It just made me think you faked your death. Well, if I did fake my death, Nanaboozhoo, and I'm not saying that I did, yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you that I did, would I? Probably not, huh? Did you fake your death and then move to the secret island on the other side of the Antarctic wall? Oh dear me, of course not. I passed away and now I'm living in heaven, watching your show. You can watch my show in heaven. Of course I can watch your show in heaven. Your show is quite heavenly. Now, may I learn the word for Monday in Ojibwe? Yeah, sure, why not? Today's word is Monday, but we call it the after prayer day. Ishkwa onama e gisha good. Ishkwa onama e gisha good. Oh, that's quite lovely, isn't it? Yes, it is lovely. So, yeah. What else is going on in your life? Oh, sorry. Yes, again, I do not have a life. I lost my life, and now I'm living in heaven quite well, isn't it? Or aren't I? Yeah. Listen, I got to get moving here. Is there anything else I can do for today? Well, how would one say goodbye in Ojibwe? Well, we don't really like to say goodbye. I always know I'll see you again, so I say I'll see you again, which is Gi Gawaba Min Minawa. Well, Gi Gawaba Min Minawa Nanaboozhoo. Yeah, you too, David. Gi Gawaba Min Minawa Natasha. Well, Gi Gawaba Min Minawa David Bowie. See you later, buddy. David Bowie. Yeah, he's not as funny as I thought he'd be. Yeah, I thought he'd have more jokes to tell this morning, but what are you going to do? So, for all those Bowie fans out there, we got a very special song for you before we turn the camera over to Natasha. Oh, you going to play that video? I sure am. If you like David Bowie, then you're going to love Dr. Love. That's a Kiss song. Yeah, I know. This is Dr. Love. Up next, Natasha. Miigwech Bizendawieg.
Dr. Love. Oh,
Hey, wait a second. What'd I do? This
Dr.
whole
Love.
video is
Oh,
mirrored. Let me fix this.
You need my love, baby, oh so bad. You're not the only one I ever had. And
if I say I wanna set you free,
Oh, don't you know you'll be in misery?
call me Dr. Love.
They call me Dr. Love.
Calling Dr. Love.
I am a doctor of love.
Dr. Love. And even though I'm full of sin,
In the end, you will let me in.
you'll let me through, there's nothing you can do.
You need my love, and don't you know it's true?
So answer please, get on your knees.
There are no bills, there are no fees.
Baby, I know what your problem is.
The first step of the cure is a kiss. Call me.
Dr. Love.
They call me Dr. Love.
Calling Dr. Love.
I am a doctor of love.
Dr. Love.
That was great, Natasha. Well, there you have it, folks. This is Paul Stanley, and you have been watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I'm Paul Stanley of KISS, and I will see you again. Gigawaba Min, Minawa, Hoa.
Please like,
Oh, that was really good.
share, and subscribe. Oh, that's us watching Kiss.
fat.
Yeah.
There's Kiss saying, miigwech.
Yeah, that's Paul Stanley saying thank you. I wonder how much
Dr.
Ojibwe Paul
Love.
Stanley knows.
Hoa.
You need my love, baby, oh so bad. You're not the only one I ever had.
Really?
Let's not get into it. And if I say I want to set you free, don't you know you'll be in misery? You know why.
Why?
Call me Dr. Love. Call me Dr. Evils. Or I mean, you need my love. So what are we talking about today, sweetie?
I think we were talking about The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, yeah. And, the Tin Man and those guys.
Yep.
Ziggy, scare. You, boo. Ooh, to scare. Undag is a crow. So together it'd be a Ziggy Undag, I guess. Scarecrow. And Mishabiji, the cowardly Mishabiji. Poor old cowardly lion. Biwabik is a metal. Inani would be a man. The Biwabik. Inani. I wonder if there isn't some cryptic glimpse in a true history of America in The Wizard of Oz.
What do you mean?
Well, I was just thinking, so it was 1930 when that movie came out, I think.
Yeah?
I think it might have been the first color movie. But that was back in the days of the grandfathers. In the story, she lives on a farm. Everyone knows farms. And the image we have of America in the good old days is everyone lived on farms. But then, when Dorothy goes to the Wizard of Oz land, she's actually still in America. She didn't go to some other dimension. They didn't have that. She just went to she says, I don't think we're still in Kansas. But she is still in Kansas. It's just a weird place she didn't know existed. Because in The Wizard of Oz, number one, what is an Emerald City? When you were standing in front of that big green thing, Did we have glass skyscrapers made of emerald in America in the 30s? Why would they have that detail? I think maybe we did. Also, what is a Tin Man? Did people back in the old days have robots? Yeah, he looks like a steampunk robot. Yeah, what is steampunk? When you look at steampunk fashion and stuff, it looks like ancient and futuristic. Yep. People wearing goggles and have steam stuff and flying machines that look like boats. You know, balloons. The balloon thing. It's interesting that the Wizard of Oz left on a balloon. In the past, was air travel more common? In the movie, they show him just flying away in one of those balloons we see at the fair. Hot air balloon. But what if people flew around in like blimps and zeppelins, and what if in the past it was much more futuristic and something happened and none of us descendants of those people remember anymore when back in the days of the grandfathers actually lived more advanced than we live now? You know, I don't think that's crazy at all. Really? No. When you look at stuff like these skyscrapers, how they were made and stuff, I think people had advanced technology in the past. Yeah. Oh, that's a nasty cough. Yep. But I'm okay now. Well, he smokes much too much, got a permanent headache. Cocaine in a dresser, marble on the floor. What song is that? David and David. Oh, yeah. I say welcome. Welcome to the boom town. Welcome to Heavy Flow. Heavy Flow says foreshadowing. Maybe it was just foreshadowing of what was to come. Maybe, actually, you know what else I know about Wizard of Oz? What's that? Apparently the guy who wrote Wizard of Oz was a huge racist. Really? Yeah. He wrote an article about the necessity of genocide of the Native Americans. Really? Yep. Something like, he said Indian people and the Europeans would never live in peace. So the only solution was the final solution. I think I have a picture of the guy who wrote Wizard of Oz. Oh, really? Yeah, here it is. This is the author of Wizard of Oz? No. It's Hitler. No, but he did write an article about, he was pro killing Indians. And I'm like, oh, thanks a lot. History. But Heavy Flow says, oh, and good morning, Heavy Flow. A different metal plane. A different metal. Yeah, why was he made out of tin? Sure, realist. I have never been. My grandfather left the Bad River Riz in the 1950s. Bad River. Oh, this is a lovely river. Don't let it kid you. This river is bad. No, he's just misunderstood river. Bad to the bone. Na 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 na. On the day I was born. Na 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 na. The nurses gathered round. Da 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 da. To see the wild wonder. Da na 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 na. And the joy they had found. Da na 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 na. Head nurse spoke up. Na 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 na. Said leave this one alone. Na 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 na. He could tell right away. Na 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 na. I was from Bad River. Na 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 na. Bad. Bad River. Bad. I like songs where the singer stutters. Oh, do you? Yeah, like bad to the bone. Or changes. Turn and face the strange changes. Don't want to be a richer man. Changes. And what was the Who song? Talking about my generation. Yeah, he actually stumbles like a guy really stutters. Talking about my generation. Talking about. Anyway, his generation's like they're lining up at the door, knocking on heaven's door, if you ask me. Anyway, let's see. Nasty. Look into mud flood. Very interesting stuff, says from my cold dead hands. Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos on the mud flood. I've always been curious about that. What's that? The mud flood? You ever wonder why so many buildings, like just even in Bemidji, you're walking around and you're looking, the street comes up halfway into the window. Was it like a basement? No, sometimes they're basements, but like the old buildings, it looks like there was some big flood that flooded everything with mud, and then they just paved the roads over it. And that's why, like, you go to Duluth, and all these buildings look like they're stuck halfway into the ground. The windows. And then it makes you go, wait, when did they build that? Did natives build St. Scholastica? Or whatever? That enormous, beautiful prison, Stillwater? Yeah. These big Shakespearean, medieval rock walls. Yeah. Towers. Just, it looks like old England if you look at these buildings in the right way. But I don't know. Mud floods. La-dee-da. Never heard of the Bad River or the Bad River Res. Papa Rick. Gee-zibby wagosh. But there is so much I've never heard of. Yeah, you and me both. Sure, realist. Oh, the things I don't know about, I could fill a book. La-dee-da. I think that's a sign of being smart, though. When you realize when you have some understanding of how much there can be known about stuff and just how limited your understanding is of certain things. I think dumb people think they know everything that needs to be known. Yeah. I think that's the main difference between being smart and dumb. Dumb person thinks they know it all. Smart person knows they're dumb. Yeah, exactly. Smart person knows we're dumb. And they are too. That makes them smarter than everybody else. Anyway, should I go out and say a prayer real quick? Want to go outside? Yeah. All right, thanks. Thanks? Well, yeah, just whatever. Okay. 1 to teleport. Make it so. Wait, I got to start that. All right, you go first. 1 to teleport. Make it so, number 1. Miko, what is it? Beautiful. It's pretty out here. I'm going to go put on some tobacco and thank my creator for such a beautiful world. What's that Coldplay song? We are living in a beautiful world. Look at the stars. See how they shine for you. And all the things that you do. Look at those stars. Sown for the Jews. It was in the news. And they were all yellow. Is that what that song's about? The Jewish stars? I wrote a song. Wrote a song for the Jews. And the stars on their sleeves, they were all yellow. They took their guns and rounded up the Jews. It was in the news. A little fellow named Hitler. I don't know. What am I doing? I gotta say a prayer. Gechimanadu, Great Spirit. Otapanan, Niwi Asema. Great Spirit, accept my tobacco. Mikwech Gaiji, Gakina Geku. Gaiji Chikan Nungum. Thank you for everything that you do today. Thank you for the weather. Mikwech Gaiji Waybak. Thank you for my life. Mikwech Gaiji Bamadazian. Thank you for healing my grief. Mikwech Gaiji Kake Niwi Kashkin Damoen. Dash Mikwech Bizandawayag. And thank you for listening. Bayenge. Amen. P.S. We duka Nanaboozhoo. The Gawi duka Nanaboozhoo. Please help Nanaboozhoo. Mikwech for Nanaboozhoo and Michael Lyons, and especially the Boozhoo crew. Mikwech for our show. Mikwech for Bagheera's health. Mikwech for the memories. Mikwech for the pickup that's not running anymore. I'm going to try to charge the battery again. But I'm not going to pray that you heal my car battery. That'd be stupid. Yeah. Amen. Ape and gay. Miumanek. That's enough. Look at the stars. See how they shine for you. And all the things that you do. And it was all yellow. Yeah, what if the past was not what we think? We always picture, back in the days of the grandfathers, we didn't even have anything. We ran around in our little moccasins, hunting fish with spears, and living like Tarzan. My image of my ancestors is that we all live like Tarzan. But what if there was a chapter in history that was hidden from us for some reason? Before the mud floods. What if the world had flying machines and people in cool cyberpunk clothing making beautiful architecture and art? You know, people can't really carve marble anymore. There was a time when it wasn't that hard for people. I mean, we all go, oh, Michelangelo, he's such a genius. But maybe he had a pretty easy to make marble statue kit. Because in their technology was more advanced than we have now. Maybe they had lasers that we don't have or something. I don't know. Maybe they lived for 1,000 years. You can get a lot done if you were going to live 1,000 years. I don't know. So many questions for such a simple mind. I say, watch what you say. I suppose I should go home. It's so pretty out here. I don't even want. I just want to swing around like Tarzan. One day we'll do an episode of Naked and Afraid. I'd be afraid to look at anybody if I wasn't naked and afraid. All right, I'm going to go back.
Bonjour.
Hello, sweetie.
Hi, you ready to come home?
Yeah, would you pick me up?
You got it. Hang on, I'm going to scan for your coordinates.
All right.
That's 1 to teleport.
Make it so, number 1. she is. Hi, thanks. No problem. Did you put out some tobacco? Yep. Did you say a prayer for me? I did. I asked the Creator to help you. And I thanked him for Michael Lyons. Hey, thanks. Because, Michael, I know we rip on you a lot. But without you, I doubt we'd even have a show. We'd still have a show for sure. You think so? Oh, yeah, you and I would have done a show. But without Michael, we couldn't sell his books and stuff. All right. Would you like me to sell one of your books? Yeah, would you? Okay. Michael Lyons is not only the producer of the show, he is a rock star cartoonist. And if you would like to order Ojibwe language books by Michael Lyons, books like, here's a good book. Amic's Blood, Wisakode Winini. Amic's Blood is a book by Michael Lyons about a little girl who's part vampire and part Indian. It's probably a young adult book. I guess it's a young adult novelette. A young adult novelette. Can you read it in one sitting? You could, but most people don't. Could I read it on the toilet? You could, but you probably wouldn't finish it. Well, there you go. It's a real book. It's a book you couldn't finish in one visit to the bathroom. No. But Amic's Blood is on sale at Amazon.com. Amazon.com. I don't know who this Amazon Tom is. But so the link's in the description. And we also have a Patreon, PayPal, and GoFundMe site. Links are in the description. Thank you for your support. Otherwise, do you want to add anything? Nope, that's good. Okay, Michael? Nope, that's fine. In that case, having said that, let me say this. Miigwech Bizandawiyeg. Thank you for listening. Dash. Miigwech Ganawabiyeg. Thank you for watching. BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. I have to sneeze, but I can't sneeze on camera either. It's so weird. This is NANABOOZHOO. Okay, miigwech. We'll see you tomorrow. That's Michael Lyons, the rockstar cartoonist. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. And I will see you again. Gi gawabamin. Sweetie, you want to teleport me to the kitchen? I'll get some coffee. All right, you got it. See you tomorrow. Make it so, number one. No.